Hey YouTube! Alright, so today I'm going to have a tutorial on how you want to connect your PS3 to your monitor, and what you're going to get is sound as well as video. So this will be a tutorial. So first off, let me just tell you what you need. You're going to need a PS3, your controller, your monitor. You're also going to need the power cables that came with your PS3, of course. Put that there. Also the AV cables that came with your PS3. This is all comes with your PS3, and your next thing you're going to want to need for your monitor is the power supply for your monitor, right there, as well as, now with my monitor I have an HDMI port on the back, so I do not need, most monitors that are old, they only have VGA or DVR, so what you're going to need is, I have VGA ports right here, right? You're going to want to get a VGA, and then at the other end it's going to be a HDMI port, alright? You can also get an VGA cord right here, but you can get an adapter that'll change an HDMI to a VGA. Sorry if that confused you, but deal with it. Alright, so with my setup, next thing you're going to want to need is speakers to get your sound out, or in my case I'm going to be using headphones for my sound. So just to go over everything, you're going to need your power cord, AV from your PS3, and the power supply for your monitor. Next thing, you're going to want these two things. Now you can pick this up at your local electronics store. I went to Best Buy, they do not have it, so what I went to get it at was at Radio Shack. First thing you're going to need is this. What this is a Y adapter, and it converts the RCA ports, which is the, before I go on, the red and the yellow are your audio. The white is, the red and the white are your audio, okay? Your right and left audio. And your yellow is the video, so we will not be using the yellow. And that's what we're going to plug this in. We're going to plug the red and the white into these two ports, and what's going to come out is a 3.5mm jack, alright, male. And next thing you're going to need is a female 3.5 to 3.5. So what will happen is you take your 3.5 female and you place it into that male, and you'll have a female at the other end, where I will be able to plug in my headphones to get sound. Or in your case, or in anyone's other case, you're going to use speakers. Alright, so let's get started. First up, we are going to plug in our LCD monitor. Now, what I really like about this monitor is that it has VGA, HDMI, as well as DVR ports. So I did not need to have to get the converter from HDMI to VGA. So I also have an unboxing and review of this, so you guys want to check it out. I got it for a really good price, and I also tell you where I got it. So first thing up, you're going to want to plug in your LCD monitor to the power supply. Alright, so after doing so, you're going to want to take your power supply for the PS3 and plug that in as well. Alright, so after doing so, you can see that the red dot is on. That means the PS3 is up and running and ready to work. So next up, you're going to want to take your HDMI, or in your case, if you have an older monitor, your VGA to HDMI, and you're going to want to plug in the HDMI into your PS3. So just to show you right here, I have my HDMI. I'm going to plug it into the PS3 as so. And you take the other end of the HDMI, which is right here. Let me place the PS3 down for you guys. You take the other HDMI port right there. You take it to your screen. And on the back, you can see I have an HDMI port right there. So I will plug that in. And there you go. So now I have video. Now we have video, so all we need to get is the sound. So this is where the AV cables come in. You're going to want to take your AV cable, plug this into your PS3 like so. plug it in right there. And again, as I said before, your white and your red is your audio. So this is your right and your left side audio. And the yellow is your video. So we do not need the video. Now what you do is you take the Radio Shack, whatever, and the RCA. So we're going to put the red and the white inside these two. So we put it right there, like so, as well as the white, like so. And so now we have audio coming out through to the 3.5 millimeter. Now if your speaker has a 3.5 jack in it, you can just plug it in just through like this. But since I'm using headphones, I need a female 3.5 to 3.5. So now what I do is I plug in the female like so, and now I have a 3.5 female. And I am able to plug in my headphones. So that is the setup process for you guys. Let me plug this in. Alright, so now that's done, you're going to have it just like this. This is my headphones, the RCA, and I have the yellow sticking out because I already have video from my HDMI. And there's my headphones. So once that's ready, you're going to want to take your monitor and you're going to want to turn it on. Let that boot up. Now if you're coming from an AV, using the AV video audio and stuff, so what you're going to do is you're going to press the ps3 button, the on button, for a while, and then when it goes beep, when it beeps once, you're going to hold it down, and when it beeps again, that will change your video settings. Now since my PS3 was already on the HDMI video settings, I only need to turn it on. I do not need to change it. So what I will do is I will press the on button and my screen will come up with the PS3. You just have to wait a bit. Just wait for your monitor to detect the stuff. Alright, and there we have it. So right now we have video. And let me just turn on my controller. And let me go to Chris. You're going to want to change some settings in here, so I'll show you this right now. So first off, you're going to, for audio, right now your audio is coming out of your HDMI port. You have not changed it. So you're going to want to go to settings right here. Scroll down. Here, let me give you guys a closer look. I'm sorry. Alright, so you're going to go to settings. You're going to scroll down to, now with your display settings, you're already on, or I am already on HDMI. Right there, it's already on and stuff, and my video output settings are already on HDMI, so I do not need to change that. So do not want to save. So you're going to go settings, on the settings bar right here, and you're going to scroll all the way down to sound settings. You're going to want to press sound settings, audio output. So you're going to press that. And as you can see right now, it's set to HDMI. We want to scroll down to the way bottom, audio input connector. So you press X and enter. So now we have sound. Now because my sound is connected to my headphones right here, I will put one headphone or both headphones next to the stereo mic on my camcorder to show you guys their sound. Now let me first check if I have sound first. And I do. Alright. Not sure if you guys can hear this, but there is my sound. So there you guys go. That is my setup process on how to get your PS3 on your monitor as well as sound through your speaker or your headphones. Now I tend to use my headphones because headphones you can actually get some really close sound to your head, and I like that stuff, surround sound. So there you guys go. That is how you set it up. So go everything again. The only real thing you need is this connector right here, so I can plug these two in, as well as a female to female, so you can plug in your stereo. So there you guys go. That's how you set up your PS3 on your monitor, as well as getting sound. Thank you guys for watching. This is Get This Here 101. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, please tell me why and give it a thumbs down. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment, subscribe. Yep. See you guys later.